name is Brianna McBean. I graduated from Cal State Fullerton with a bachelor's in math, a concentration in applied math, and a minor in computer science in the spring of 2020.
Hello, my name is Christina Vu. I am an alumni of Cal State Fullerton's graduate program under the concentration of mathematics for secondary teaching, and I actually graduated in 2019.
Hi, my name is Heather Steeman. My undergrad concentration was pure math, and I graduated with my bachelor's from CSUF in 2015. And my grad school concentration was the teaching concentration in the mathematics department, and I graduated with my master's degree in 2019.
I'm Noel Sandico. I graduated with my bachelor's in 2017. I went right back and finished my master's in 2019. It was a degree in math with an emphasis on statistics.
I'm Renz Lowe. I graduated in 2018, double major, business concentration in finance, and then math with the concentration in actuarial science.
My name is Peter. I did a concentration in probability of statistics to prepare myself for a career in machine learning, and I graduated in 2017.
Hi, I'm Myra Dicer, and I'm a 2006 graduate with a master's degree in mathematics education.
My name is Suzanne Cindy. I graduated in 2001 in the mathematics major.
My name is Steve Stowski. I graduated from Cal State Fullerton in 1992, and my area of concentration was in probability and statistics.
Hello everyone, my name is Curtis Marcel, and I am a Cal State University Fullerton graduate in 1991 from the Department of Mathematics. My emphasis was in statistics and computer science.
My name is Stephen Plett. When I graduated in 1978, my bachelor's degree had two concentrations, both pure and applied mathematics.
The role I'm in now is not the role I wanted to be in when I was getting my math degree. So there was an ad in the paper, a math teacher wanted at a local high school, and I applied and got the job, and I taught AP computer science right out of the gate. I taught for a couple months, and then I found myself every morning getting up going, man, I can't wait to go to work.
So I was already a high school math teacher prior to starting the program. I wanted to go back to get my master's in order to deepen my math knowledge. Sometimes I would actually show some proofs that we did in the Cal State Fullerton classes to my high school students.
My degree definitely applies to my work because now I'm a professor of applied mathematics. So after being at Cal State Fullerton, I went and I got my PhD at the University of Maryland College Park in 2006. And from there, I went and I was a visiting assistant professor at Brown. And I stayed on and I worked in the Center for Computational Molecular Biology. I use mathematics to study biological systems.
I do want to kind of shout out one of the things that helped a lot kind of getting my current position was my internship. So I interned for the Department of Insurance. What I did in that role actually was something that my employer had really liked on my resume. So that, there's definitely little skills like that you're not sure that whether they'll be needed or not. But sometimes they'll come up and they'll kind of come up big.
I also was able to teach at Fullerton College because of the math master's degree, and I could see what students are doing post-high school and how I can help them through their math classes at the community college.
The class I took on stochastic processes turned out to be directly relevant to the first class I took at Georgia Tech, which was on reinforcement learning. I was then able to take what I learned in that class and apply it to my work. I had at first assumed I would never use this kind of math in the real world. This proves to me that you should never stop learning about math because you never know when it'll be useful.
Throughout my college career, I didn't really expect too many of the things I was physically sitting there learning to actually be useful in the future. Being able to be familiar with that already has really been helpful in the sitting here and tooling around in a software that isn't so black and white and so clear cut. There's a couple of scenarios where that's come up and I went, oh, I remember this from a class.
My bachelor's degree had two concentrations, both pure and applied mathematics, giving me a strong application for grad school, and UC Riverside awarded me a 5-year full ride program. So after my time at UCR, I taught at 3 different campuses for a year, part-time. One of my teachers decided to retire early, and the dean asked me if I'd like to continue in the position, which I gladly accepted. And after that first year, I taught for 38 more years at Fullerton College.
I went into pure mathematics, not thinking that I was going to be teaching high school. However, the classes that Fullerton offered, they definitely prepared me in terms of knowing the subject matter that I'm teaching.
Throughout my career, the analytical skills and troubleshooting skills that I got from my years at Cal State Fullerton have been the most important thing that I have leveraged in all of the different areas that I have had a chance to work in.
One of my fond memories of my time working on my master's degree at Cal State Fullerton was meeting with my study groups to help all of us understand the math that we needed to know for the classes that we were taking.
I had a good experience in grad school, but in Cal State Fullerton, all my professors knew my name. It was just a really friendly place.
So as a requirement for the graduate program, we needed to do at least 3 units of independent research. That was a really cool experience because I was able to work together with Dr. Soto and 2 other professors to plan a lesson for the undergraduate calculus students in the context of roller coasters. So I was actually able to teach some college undergraduate calculus students.
On I think it was my junior year and some into my senior year, I spent quite a bit of time as a tutor, math tutor down in the math lab. Got to work with all the different students that would come in from, help that needed help in physics, chemistry, even biology, economics, math, of course, helping them with homework problems, midterms, and exams. That was a lot of fun.
I first started at CSUF being a little bit interested in a lot of different things, but not really passionate enough about anything to pick one major. And I took Dr. Verdugo's Math 130 class, and after class one day he approached me and said that I should consider being a math major. I'll admit that I didn't put too much thought into it at the time, but as I went through the rest of the calculus series, I discovered that I really did enjoy doing math.
I learned that I could give full, complete answers to solutions of problems. I also learned that I could overcome adversity. During that time, I saw some connections that eventually led to a publication in the National Journal of Mathematics. During my time at Cal State Fullerton, I also was a student tutor and found my love for teaching.
In my last year at the university, I entered a lot of programming competitions, and based on my activity on sites like LeetCode, a recruiter from Google reached out and contacted me to set up an interview. In the end, I ended up taking the offer from Apple, and a couple years later, I was promoted with a change in title from software engineering to machine learning.
I was born and raised in California, but I currently in Omaha, Nebraska, and I work for Mutual of Omaha. I'm a senior actuarial assistant. I'm currently working in a reserving role, so a lot of the work that we do is dependent on what time of the year it is. So around quarter end or year end, we'll be doing a bunch of statutory reporting, preparing that for the government. In downtimes, and we'll be answering questions for other branches of the company who are trying to get financial information out of the individual life products.
And I'm currently a first-year graduate student in the Genetics and Genomics PhD program at the University of Michigan. My responsibilities right now are pretty much just to take classes and to do 8-week research rotations so that I can determine which lab it is that I would like to join for the rest of my thesis research. And so far, I've worked in a lab looking at developing methods for where HPV integrates into the genome. I've looked at how disease-associated variants with type 2 diabetes affect the 3D shape of DNA, and I'm currently in a breast cancer research lab studying how different treatments will affect different subtypes of breast cancer.
I definitely try to bring all of the energy and enthusiasm and love of mathematics that I had when I was a student at Cal State Fullerton. I am a professor at UC Merced. I have a whole lab of students who work with me, and a lot of them are from California.
Online learning has been a challenge, but because Fullerton taught me to persevere no matter what, and that there's always a way, my students are doing incredibly well. I haven't seen a drop in learning. I know we can't do as much of the social interaction that we could before, but I still feel like I have a relationship with my students.
Currently, I'm an assistant principal at Citrus Valley High School, CB administrator, and I love it too. I've been doing it for 20 years, and I just love working with the kids still in different level, do discipline and stuff like that, and working with the teachers, just helping them and getting them going, especially new teachers.
I am now at Farmers Insurance, and I am a senior analyst for our personal lines group. I guess I've had a good mix of like technical and kind of coordinating type projects. So one of the fun ones that we've recently done is we've deployed our UBI app in California, which involves kind of pulling together a bunch of different pieces. So working with legal to kind of make sure that everything's on board, working with the technical team to make sure that all of our systems are ready to accept kind of the integration with the app. We actually do the testing ourselves.
Currently, I am the Director of Electronic Discovery and Forensics for Sony, and I work out of San Diego. I've been doing that for about 13 years.
I am currently a high school mathematics teacher, and the master's degree has applied directly to my work. It has helped strengthen my understanding of mathematics, and I am able to pass that on to my students.
Let people know you've gone to Fullerton, because Fullerton is a very well-known school. Get to know your professors personally. You're going to need letters of recommendation, and you're also going to need people to advise you on where to do internships at, where to go to grad school at. You want to get friends that you know that you can have long-term relationships with. I still have 2 friends that I still talk to from college.
Here's my advice if you're interested in machine learning. Learn all the math you can, especially in data analysis, linear algebra, and statistics. Take a minor in computer science, making sure to take the algorithms class. Learn a programming language like C++, JavaScript, or Python that is used in production software. And be open to a variety of software engineering roles, even if it's just to get your foot in the door.
I would say do more than just check off the list of degree requirements. Immerse yourself in the subject. Take more 400-level courses. Be a rich, thorough, and involved mathematician. Your future employer will see you not only as more marketable, but as more valuable.
A lot of the people that you're competing with, especially if you're in the actuarial field, have a business background. And so being able to talk to people, being able to go through an interview and have your story straight. So I really encourage you to reach out and go to events as they come.
Make sure to explore different tracks, but definitely be willing to kind of take a look at actuarial adjacent positions. Product management is a more general kind of broad view, but we definitely work with our actuaries all the time.
Find what fits. You want a job that you know you're going to enjoy for 30 years. Think about that. And so don't just pick something that has a lot of money involved or anything like that. And if you got a math degree, you will find a teaching job. There is lots of math positions open, and if you're good with kids, you will get hired.
I would definitely say to take advantage of any opportunities that come your way. Make connections with your classmates and your professors.
Find a study buddy or a study group to help you through the tough times, and also persevere. You will get through this.
My advice to current students is to just do whatever it is that you're interested in doing while you're at CSUF, whether that be to take a class or to join a club or to start a research project or an internship.
Mathematics is such a foundational skill, and it will help you in anything you decide ever to do. Just always try to stay ahead of it, because it's always a challenge. So have a passion for it, and you will do fine. You'll do great.